Hello, I'm Richard Winters, and I hope you've had the opportunity to look at hobble training part 1, because that was the preparation for what you're going to see right now. I don't like to just slap these hobbles on my horse's front feet and hope that it all works out. But we had prepared our horse and taught her to yield to pressure using ropes and different things. And you can take 3, 4, 5 sessions doing that. Now she's ready to put these hobbles on. Let's see what it's going to look like. Here's a brand new set of Weaver leather hobbles. And what I have done is I have put some Weaver Prodigy protective boots on her. And I've started doing this in the last few years just in case they start to scuffle or they begin to fight those hobbles a little bit. Perhaps I can keep them from getting their front legs skinned up. I'm going to stay right to the side of this mare as I take these figure 8 Weaver hobbles and go around these front feet, going around the far foot and leg first, running it through these rings. Now I'm going to see if I can bring this foot a little closer. I'm going to push on this shoulder, or perhaps bring this foot to me a little bit. Pull up the slack. Don't stand directly in front of your horse, where if they could rear up, it could knock you in the head. Now, she doesn't even know she's hobbled, but hopefully some of the work that we've done in the prior training will pay off now as she's learned to follow the feel of that restraint rather than resisting against it. That's a girl, reassuring her all the time. I also really like to hobble my horses in an enclosed area where the ground is really soft. It's not unusual for them to struggle a little bit, perhaps go down to their knees, and I'm not wanting to get them hurt. I'm not wanting to skin them up. Now, she's got handcuffs on and she's saying, hey, what is up with this? And rather than just walk away and say, ha ha, I tricked you, could I just kind of push her a little bit and rock her off balance a little bit? And she's already trying those. But sometimes you'll put hobbles on and they won't even know they're hobbled, and they go to take a step, and that can really startle them. So she tested them on her own, but had she not, I would just come in here and push her a little bit left and right and let her figure out where those perimeters are, come back in and rub on her. Never stepping out there directly in front of her. It's not unusual for them to rear up as they're struggling, trying to figure out what's going to work for them. Now, hopefully some of the prior preparation that we did in the previous tip is paying off for us now. I'm going to help her find that again. Learning the value of restraint. Not only is this a great thing to be able to hobble our horses and teach them patience. Maybe you have a horse in the barnyard that's constantly pawing. You can put the hobbles on them. Maybe you're out at the branding. You want to put the hobbles on your horse while you go work the ground crew, whatever it might be. But see, she'll get to the point where she won't let me hardly rock her off balance. But again, if she would ever get in a big bind, get stuck in something, a foot through the fence, perhaps this lesson today will teach her a little bit. Now, I'm going to step away and almost bait her to move a little bit, because 1,000 times I have stepped away and asked her to come with me. I'll differentiate that now by saying, whoa, and put my hand up. Whoa. Let her think about that. Haven't been on this right-hand side yet. I'll come in here on this right-hand side and reassure her. Always aware that a more reactionary horse could fight and struggle more. And I don't want to be out there where I could get hurt. I want to be here to support her. I'm going to step over and away. She just needs to feel what that feels like. This is where the soft ground is really important. She just can't hardly get hurt that way. There you go, babe. Thinking through the process. Me walking back up into her space and rubbing on her. Now I'm going to step away again, and as I do, I'm going to say, whoa, whoa. But she's been conditioned to follow the feel of this lead rope. So now this is a little something different. Whoa. A little bit of movement is all right. Just as a side note, keep in mind that hobbling your horse, even if you have them very well hobble broke, does not mean they're going to stay right there. I've seen horses cover a lot of country with hobbles. They'll get to running like a deer or just grazing. They'll be 2 miles away by tomorrow morning if you go climbing your bedroll thinking that your horse is going to stay there. Whoa. But I need her to test that a little bit. And then I'll walk back in here and rub her and pet her. And then if we were to take the time today, it would be great. We would take the hobbles off of her, lead her off a few steps, put the hobbles back on her again, and go through that process 2 or 3 times. And if you'll spend a few minutes each day for 3 or 4 days, you have just about hobble broke your pony. They're good to go. It's a great mental and physical exercise for them to work through this. And I think if we're going to have horses and expect them to survive in the human environment, in stables and fences and all the things we ask them to do, I think we owe it to them to show them what this is like. It might be the best gift you could give your horse. Getting our horses hobble broke, it's not just for cowboys, it's not just for Western horses, it's not just for out on the ranch, it's not just for people that go up and pack in the high country. Any horse can benefit from this particular exercise of teaching them to wait, to learn patience, to think through the process of rather than just fighting and relying on their instincts, but to slow down and say, oh, I'm stuck. I think I will wait right here. Get your horse hobble broke, this hobble training going. You're going to like the results. I'm Richard Winters. Thanks for watching.